In today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 spring fabulous DIYs. They are super easy to make and are also on a budget. Keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because in this video I have 5 more fabulous spring DIYs for your home decorating this year. In our last video I shared with you 5 spring DIYs on how to make a statement on your front door. There were some fabulous wreath ideas. If you have not seen that video, I'm gonna link it down below so you can check it out after this one. And also I'm gonna put it somewhere here on the screen for you to click after this video. But in this video, I wanted to share 5 more spring fabulous DIYs. They're super easy on a budget and I really think you're going to like them. Spring is just around the corner, and actually today is a time change, which is my favorite time of the year, when we spring forward and we are set to a new time set. And I just love it because the days are longer and that just gives me so much more time to do so much more to share with you. So if you are interested in spring DIYs, decorating, interior design ideas, be sure to stay tuned. There's also a mini series that I've been doing on interior design, how to decorate from scratch, that also is going to be linked down below. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing because it is free and it really helps the channel, as well as your thumbs up and your likes. If you are enjoying this video, be sure to share with your friends on your Facebook page so they know about Ramon at Home, and then also all of the spring DIYs that we're doing this year. Are you guys ready? We're gonna get started with our first spring fabulous DIY, which is going to be a beautiful bunny with a basket of flowers. Super easy, I think you're gonna like it. Let's take a look. All right, everyone, so we're gonna start with our bunny that is going to be inside of our lantern. Every season I like to decorate a lantern because I really think that interior design, it's really about the details, and I love to give you guys ideas in the details in your interior design. So we're gonna do a beautiful lantern for my server, and I want to point out that this is a floral arrangement that we did for our Valentine's lantern. If you guys didn't see the Valentine's lantern, it had a beautiful rose arrangement in here with a beautiful heart. Well, I'm going to do something very simple. I'm gonna just take the foam that I put on my Valentine's. I'm gonna grab one of these dollar store containers that fits just perfectly inside of this bunny. You could also do it in here, but if you wanted to do fresh flowers, all you need is this tiny little container that goes in here. So I recommend to look for one, and look, it's going to fit right in. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy like that, and I'm gonna put that into the bunny. And how cute does that look already? It was super simple. Then what I'm going to do is I have right here my wire cutters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a rose right here, and I'm going to do a really tight pave bouquet of flowers. And I have some of these roses, some of these really, I think this is baby's breath, and then some real touch tulips. Now, what I do want to explain to you guys is you do have to have some kind of accent flower to kind of do like flyaway so it looks more natural. And because I already spent my money on my bunny, then I'm gonna use all flowers that I already had. They came from various places, but you know, flowers nowadays, you can find them just about anywhere. So I really recommend to go out and buy flowers. I like to get mine from all kind of places like Shinoda, Walmart, even the dollar store. I think these flowers, actually, these particular roses came from the dollar store. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert a rose. I'm gonna go ahead and insert one of these tulips. I'm gonna put one right here in the back. And look how cute is that? And then I like to add an accent flower like this one. What I like about this one is because it already has a little bit of boxwood, which is going to give it a little more greenery. Look at that, how cute is that? So I'm going to flip-flop from rose to tulip. And we're just gonna give them a really cute arrangement. And I really recommend to just cut these ones a little short. If you have a pick machine and if you want it to be permanent because you're selling it, then just go ahead and pick it, use a little bit of glue. But you know, here at Ramon at Home, we're always recycling flowers. I'm gonna add one right here. Look how adorable is that. Are you guys having fun with this spring season? I am having so much fun showing you interior design ideas, decorating ideas, DIYs for your daily home decor. And I'm just having a blast doing this for you. And I really hope that you're enjoying it. All right, so I have a few more that I'm going to add. So I have 2 tulips right here. The secret here is just to alternate your flowers, basically. I'm gonna add tulips. I'm gonna spin it my way so I can see what I'm doing. See, you put a tulip right there, and then you'll add a rose to fill in. And how sweet! I just love this combination of pink and this Tiffany blue. So that's why I wore a pink shirt and a Tiffany blue jacket today, just to kind of match my home decor. And I'm gonna add a few accents of this dainty flower. How fun was that, you guys? No rhyme or reason. And just go ahead in between the flowers with your accent flower. And look how adorable is this. Look at this bunny just holding this super adorable bouquet of flowers. As many of you know, I worked as a florist for a long time, and that's why I love to share these floral design tips and tricks for your interior design so that you too can learn how to create a beautiful arrangement. Like this little bunny, wasn't he just so cute? You guys, the next fabulous spring DIY is something that I love to share with you, which is centerpieces. We've done so many centerpieces here on the channel, but this is one of my favorites. It includes a massive carrot that I just think it is so appropriate for spring decorating. Let me show you what I'm talking about. At this point, if you haven't, I would really appreciate if you guys give this video a thumbs up and share with your friends on Facebook, on any social media that you use. I would really appreciate it because that really helps the channel. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this string that the carrot came with, and I want to get as close as I can because I don't like that. It's very not pretty. Once you are done cutting that, what you want to do is go ahead and give this a little fluff just so it looks a little bit more natural. I'm not gonna say real because, well, it's a fake carrot. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put my carrot right here where I want it, and having my skewer, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna poke it right about here, and then on an angle, I want to show you that I'm gonna do this on an angle. I'm going to go ahead and insert my skewer to hold my pumpkin. Then I'm going to measure about right where I want it. I'm gonna cut some of this skewer down, and I'm going to place my carrot right here, kind of sideways, making sure that it goes all the way down. How adorable is that? I love the way that it's looking because it's sideways and it's just gonna look so cute. All right, so next what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab the orange ranunculus. These are from Walmart. They are really cute, and I think they still have them. I got them last year, but I think they still have them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them all at once because that's, you know, if you've been following the channel, you know that I do that. So that way I save some time when I'm working with florals. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab these peach peonies that I think they're so beautiful, contrasting, and I'm gonna cut them all at once as well, making sure that I get rid of this tag that comes with the flowers. Then I'm gonna bring my lilacs right here. I'm gonna put them to the side, as well as my wax flower, because that's gonna be our flyaways. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab some of these beautiful ranuncula, and I'm gonna cut some of this greenery, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert that somewhere because you wanna add some of the greenery that comes with the flower. Then I'm gonna cut the flower, and I wanna cut them short. I'm gonna put one right here on the front. And remember that we like to work with sets of 3s, 2s, and 1s. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut another one a little bit taller, and I'm gonna put it right here, and that's going to be our set of 2. And notice that I'm doing one kind of facing to my left and the other one facing forward. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna spin all the way around, because remember, what happens on the right happens on the left, and what goes up must come down. So you have to repeat the same right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add one right here. And on this side, I'm gonna do a set of 3, so that way it's fuller. So I'm gonna do one facing to my left, one facing to my right, And then I'm gonna add a third one over here to do a triangle, kind of going down. And that's gonna give us that triangle that we're always looking for. And so now I have some right here on my left, I have some on my right, and I have a ranunculus all by itself. And remember, we have to do a triangle when we're working with this balance. So I'm gonna go ahead and add one right here all the way down. See, I'm gonna show you something right here with the centerpiece. You have the point of the carrot, you have to balance with another flower right here. And so I did a set of 3 right here, immediately change to this side, do a set of 2, and then do 1, because that's going to balance the point of the carrot over on this side. I did not see this peony just flying around. All right, so now what I'm going to do is the one that I have 1 by itself, I'm gonna add 2 with, and I'm gonna just go ahead and add them like that. And then the one that I have 2 with, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 to do a set of 3. And then over here, because I already have 3, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab this guy right here, and I'm gonna bring 1 here, right by the point of my carrot, and I'm gonna do a set of 2 to do a triangle with this one right here. And that's what balance is, you guys. So now you have 3 doing a triangle. If I move over to this side, I have 3, and then over here I have 3, and I have 1 single peony left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin around, and I'm going to add this guy probably over here on the top. This is what we call the crown, kind of hugging that carrot. So now all of these greeneries that you have, that you cut from your peonies, don't pitch them, just go ahead and look at them, and it kind of extends the shape of your centerpiece. And what I like about this particular foliage is that it actually looks like carrot foliage. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add all of it. I'm gonna leave that one to the end so I can add some at the end. And remember, I always like to leave one of each to use at the end. I think I'm gonna use that one on the crown. All right, so far so good. So this is gonna be sitting like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do my flyaways. And remember, I always like to do a flyaway. And the way I do it is I'm gonna add one right here pointing up like this. And remember, what goes up must come down. And the flyaways are always the last flower that you add. And you make sure that actually it protrudes out further out than any other flower that you do. I'm gonna add one right here. And remember, what goes up must come down. So I'm gonna put it right here, and you always have to continue to spin around your flowers so that way you have balance. So basically 1 up, 1 down. I'm gonna go over to this side. I'm gonna do 1 up right here, 1 down over here, like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab some of this wax flower, and I like the wax flower because it's daintier and it has more of a swing, more of a dangle, and then also it has some greenery on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add some like this. I'm gonna go ahead and add some on the crown over on this side. This is so pretty. I love this color combination. Make sure that your flowers always go in the foam. That way it's not gonna be falling apart. If you're doing this for a customer, then I really recommend you glue it, whether it's with your hot glue gun or your hot glue pen. I really always recommend the pen because it is easier, but at this point, I just do it to show you guys, to instruct you how to do these arrangements. So therefore, I don't glue any of my arrangements. But if it is for a customer, you know that I'm gonna be gluing it because it's, well, I don't want it to fall apart on their table. All right, so I'm gonna add 1 more wax flower right here and 1 right here, kind of facing down, because remember, what goes up must come down. And just like that, I have a few, I don't know if I want to add, but you know what, I'm going to go ahead and add. Then this guy right here I have, and I'm going to go ahead and put it right on the back, because like I said, it looks like carrot foliage, and so I'm going to just put it right there to support the weight of my carrot. What do you guys think? Now, wasn't that centerpiece so cute and super easy to recreate? I really hope that you give it a try. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments so far which one has been your favorite spring DIY that we've done here on my YouTube channel. So now I'm gonna share with you how you can create a beautiful place setting for your dining table this spring and Easter. Let's take a look. All right, everyone, so for this table setting, I wanted to show you that I got these placemats at Walmart, and I'm gonna put them on the horizontal. Then on top of that, I'm going to add this wicker charger because I really love the texture of wicker for this particular holiday, which is Easter, and also for spring. Then I have a collection of plates. They are white with a gold rim that I use for special occasions. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this white plate. Now I did get at Walmart also this set of napkins, and these are kitchen towels actually, but I'm gonna use it as a napkin on my placemat, and I just love the color. It's that Tiffany blue and it has an accent of another like Robin's eggs blue, and I just absolutely love it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add these dishes that actually were the china when I was a child. My mother split it in sets of 4 and gave every of her child a set of 4, so I like to use it because it's something special, plus it has that pink and blue that we're going for. Then on top of that, I'm gonna add this cute little plate that is the set of the gold rim plate. And I just thought to add something cute to the placemat, I'm gonna add this tiny little bowl with a little bit of grass and an Easter egg and a complementary color, which is the pink that we're using just for a little touch of Easter. Now for my stemware, I'm gonna go ahead and use a pink water goblet, and I'm gonna use a blue, really pretty blue wine glass, maybe a mimosa glass. And for my flatware, I'm going to go ahead and use this beautiful gold that I've collected through the years. And remember that fork has 4 letters like the word left, so we're gonna put our fork on the left, and spoon and knife have 5 letters like the word right. And always remember to put your knife facing towards the setting, that way it's not on people's way. I am having so much fun sharing all of these fabulous spring DIY ideas with you guys, and I really hope that you are enjoying them as well. So next, we're gonna continue with our carrot theme, and this particular arrangement is super easy. I really think you're going to enjoy it, and I really hope that you learn something so you too can create something similar like this for your spring decorating this year. Let's watch. All right, so now I'm gonna show you a super simple and easy bouquet for a sit around, or what I like to call, and it's gonna be super quick and easy. And what I did is I'll grab a white container because it's neutral, and I just love the way a white container looks all the way around the house. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cover some of this with my moss from my favorite local store, Walmart, because you can get the best bang for your buck. So you're gonna cover that, press it, make sure that you tuck it in so it looks kind of like this. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some of these really pretty eucalyptus, which is my favorite, also from Walmart. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add as much as possible. Remember, what happens on the left happens on the right. And basically what I wanna do is just cover the perimeter of this container and put as much eucalyptus as I can. I have a brand new one right here that I'm going to cut. And remember to cut them all at once because it will save yourself some time. I'm gonna put right here on the crown. Once I have some more on the crown, I'm gonna go ahead and add another stem right here and twisting around all the way around. Remember, this is something just to sit around the house. Can be on your cocktail table and can be on your side table, even in your bathroom for your guests. Just something pretty for Easter and spring. So basically what I'm doing is just covering as much as I can of that container in the perimeter. And once you have all of your eucalyptus like this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab some of these carrot picks, and what you're going to do is insert some of these carrots. What happens on the left happens on the right, and remember to give them a fluff so that way they look like they're growing from your container. Give them a twist and go ahead and insert another one right here. Give it a little twist right here and add another one over on this side all the way down. I'm gonna add one right here on the top. And once you have them all inserted, What you need to do is you need to go ahead and get a little fluff like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to give these guys a little bit of a haircut because this raffia is way too long for my taste. So basically, just grab all of the raffia right here. All right, so now that you have all of your carrots inserted, what you want to do is grab some of these white flowers, any white flower that you may have laying around the house, or if you want to go out and purchase some white flower, just make sure you tuck them in all the way down to kind of cover some of the perimeter, and so the carrots look like they're growing from the flowers. Remember to tuck them all the way in and cover some of that. Okay, so I just want to show you real quick how adorable and whimsical this carrot bouquet looks like here in my living room. And I just love the fact that it really complements the furniture. It gives the room a little touch of whimsy. Wasn't that just adorable? I had so much fun recreating that particular little arrangement for my coffee table, and I just had so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. But what would a Ramon At Home spring video would be without a beautiful and fabulous spring lantern DIY? This is going to be our last DIY for this video. I really hope you are enjoying this video. If you do, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and share with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing so you will not want to miss any of the upcoming DIY and spring decorating videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here is our fabulous spring lantern DIY. I hope you enjoy. All right, everyone, for our next Easter DIY, what we're going to do is we're going to put a lantern together. If you've been following the channel, you know that I love to decorate a lantern for any holiday, whether it's Christmas, fall, Halloween, Easter, Thanksgiving, you name it. We put a lantern together to give you options and show you how easy it really is to decorate your home for any celebration. So what I did is I grabbed a terracotta pot at Walmart, and then I went ahead and put some foam inside of it, and then I covered the foam with moss. You guys know that the mechanics is very important. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that it's all very well packed, and it just looks like our bunny, that is a glittered bunny. He came from one of those door hanging signs from, I don't even remember where, but at this point you can use any bunny, you can use an Easter egg, you can use anything that you want to display on your lantern. Just make sure that you put your bunny inside of it. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my bunny, and I have to be careful because this is really tall. And I want to make sure that it's in the middle and that it's kind of facing you. Then I have all of these Easter eggs that I'm going to drop right here without covering the bunny. And sorry if it is too loud, but you know, that's just what we do here. Making sure that those Easter colors really do show in our lantern. Look how cute this is, and how easy. You basically just dropping all of these Easter eggs into our lantern. Hey, that was a good catch. All right, so I'm gonna add that one in the back. Actually, I don't like the way this one looks right here. So I'm gonna move it over to this side. Perfect. All right, so that's going to be the inside of it. As you guys can see, easy as 1, 2, 3. But it would not be a Ramon At Home decorated lantern if it's not, oh my gosh, doesn't want to close. There you go. If it's not decorated on the top. So now what we're going to do is we're gonna put a cute little swag together that is super easy. We're gonna use 2 white flowers. We're gonna use a bow that I already made with the same ribbon that we've been using. And we're gonna use some of the same pink cherry blossoms. And then one of these magnolias from Target. These are flowers that I already had laying around. Like I said, I really don't wanna spend a lot of money unless I have to. And so because I already had all of these things, I'm gonna go ahead and use them. So I recommend you do that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna fold right here. That's gonna be our core. But I want to bring up one of these really beautiful dangly flowers to the top. So basically just bend it up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my beautiful cherry blossoms. And remember, the core's right here. You never let go of that because that's where you're going to attach all of your flowers. So I'm going to attach right there. And then I'm going to grab one and I'm going to bring it from the back.
without letting go. And you want to kind of measure. Why? Because remember, it has to bend backwards a little bit. Then I'm gonna grab this one right here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add a flower to kind of anchor it all together here on the top. And then I'm gonna go up, insert up, going up, another one right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab one of my trusty zip ties, and I'm gonna zip tie all of these together right here. And you wanna make sure that you tie it really tight so it doesn't come crashing down. Zip tying with one hand is kind of difficult, but basically you just pull like this. And then what you wanna do is you wanna cut the excess of your zip tie like that. And at this point, you kind of want to bend your flowers. You want to make sure that you have that beautiful dangly flower that dangs down like this. And then you're going to introduce your bow right here. And with a wire, you just go all the way to the back and attach. And look how easy, you guys. This is literally minutes. There is no science to it. Like this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this right here sideways, making sure that it's really tight. Now I'm gonna have to fluff because I'm not seeing. Then I wanna give you a trick. I left really long tails because I want to cover the back. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and cover all of that by swirling some of this ribbon like this, and then you bring it forward. I'm gonna spin it around to me so I can attach. Oh, that is cute. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you have all of your elements showing. Make sure that you bend them, and that's one thing about silk flowers. You can really bend and get most of your bang for your buck, like this. And then with this longer tail, what you want to do is you want to give it a little loop like this. And then you grab over here and then you tie a cute little knot. So it looks like the wind just tied it on some of the stems like this. And then you want to make sure that you fluff your knot with all of your design looking forward, and you bend some of your flowers like this. Fluff your bow, making sure all of your flowers are showing. And just like that, you have yourself a beautifully designed and decorated lantern for Easter. What do you think?
All right, you guys, so I figure I show you what the end result of the lantern is. And I just love to see the glitter bunny in the grass, and then also the flowers on the top and the beautiful bow just really tie in with all of the eggs that we put inside. And I think it really is the perfect harmony for this server table that I have right here in my dining room. I did have to mention that I forgot to tell you how to add the lilac, but we did add some of the lilac to go with the rest of our arrangements, so they're very cohesive. I cannot wait to read your comments, so let me know, what do you think?